Hello and welcome to the channel. The Nigerian police yesterday arrested some individuals in whose possession were electoral materials and bimodal voters accreditation system BVAs machines. Interestingly though, the suspects were said to be INEC contractors working for the agency. Let's get the details of this news story. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. 2023 elections. Drama as police say arrested BVAs syndicate or INEC contractors. The police have explained the arrest of some individuals with electoral materials and bimodal voters accreditation system BVAs machines 3 days after Nigeria's elections. Force Public Relations Officer Muyiwa Adejobi, a chief superintendent, issued a statement on the trending news Wednesday morning. On Tuesday, a WhatsApp message forwarded many times, sent by Daily Post, claimed the police swooped on a residential building at number 15, Gange Street, Maitama in Abuja. The information said the operation followed a tip-off from unidentified sources that the location was being used as a base to manipulate election results. Police recovered numerous BVAs machines and several laptops and desktop computers as well as other technology materials. Also, several suspects were arrested. Police have launched a manhunt for several other suspects involved in the matter, the statement read. A circulating video shows the hands of two men opening packages containing the machines. Nigerians are reacting angrily, wondering why their faces were not shown. Some dismissed the video as a plot to shift attention from controversial presidential results. In the clarification, Adejobi said operatives of the Force Investigation Bureau (FIB), acting on a tip-off from residents, visited the location, interviewed the occupants, and conducted a search. While searching the residence, some electoral materials and BVAs machines were discovered in their possession, the spokesperson noted. The Force PRO said the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) confirmed the persons are staff of Emperor Technology, outsourcing engineering services to the INEC. The police announced they have been released, urging the public to discountenance the false and misconstrued narrative about their arrest and link with BVAs manipulation. The statement further cautioned against the creation and spread of misinformation and disinformation that are capable of causing disaffection among Nigerians. As controversy continues to trail the Saturday presidential election, with many calling for the cancellation of the elections, the Nigerian Christian Elders Coalition (NCEC) said the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) deliberately put the presidential poll in terrible disrepute, thereby destroying the legitimacy of the election. The NCEC, while addressing journalists in Abuja, spoke vehemently against what it called antics of INEC and its chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, specifically in the flagrant abuse of both the Electoral Act 2022, Section 65, and the INEC 2022 Guidelines and Regulations for Conduct of Elections Clause 38. The group maintained that INEC arrogantly sidestepped and bypassed its own rules, guidelines and principles set up by the Commission itself for the 2023 presidential election and engaged in broad-day elections brigandage. Speaking at the briefing, leader of the group and senior pastor of Family Worship Center (FWC), Sarah Omakwu, contended that the conduct of the presidential election fell below the threshold of transparent, free and credible election. Omakwu, who was joined by Reverend William Okoye, Associate Professor Sam Amadi, Professor Aruna Dabin, Reverend Austin Kemie, among others, further explained that the most distressing aspect of the conduct of the election is the refusal of INEC to electronically transmit the results of voting directly from the polling units to IREF platform as required by the Electoral Act. This failure is unbelievable and surprising, considering that the heart of the new electoral law is the mandatory electronic transmission of results to enhance the credibility of the process. In the light of these flagrant violations of the law regarding the conduct of the election, which include but not limited to rampant voting by underage children, collusion with the security agencies in several documented cases to perpetuate violence, and the fraudulent tampering and falsification of results, etc., INEC has thus put the legitimacy of the 2023 presidential election results in terrible disrepute. She said, INEC has also used this reliable method in off-season gubernatorial elections in Anambra, Osun, and Ekiti without significant hitches. In addition, INEC demonstrated the reliability of electronic transmission recently and gave assurance that it was ready to use the BVAs both for accreditation and electronic transmission of results in the 2023 general elections. We can recall several instances when either the chairman of the commission or the commissioner in charge of voters' education had assured the nation that election results will be transmitted electronically from the polling units. Today, it is sad that INEC that led in the enactment of a new electoral act that mandates electronic transmission has refused to comply with this provision and render the results that it is presently collating dubious and unreliable. We are shocked that many hours after a national election, INEC could not transmit the results as required. This is in addition to many other fundamental breaches of the electoral law, including late commencement of voting across the country, non-voting in many polling units, and widespread reports of logistic failure as highlighted by foreign and domestic observers. The group observed that the failure to comply with the electoral law and INEC's regulation and guidelines on the conduct of elections, particularly Section 60 of Electoral Act 2022 and Clause 38 of the Regulation and Guidelines for the Conduct of Elections 2022, these laws make it mandatory to electronically transmit the results of elections from the polling units. We therefore call on INEC to suspend further action on the election results and then explain to Nigerians the circumstances for this grave violation of the electoral law and the administrative actions it intends to take to rectify this breach of integrity of the 2023 presidential and National Assembly elections. As Christian leaders, we would continue to pray for peace and unity in Nigeria, and it is thus our prayer that INEC will immediately do the right thing by cancelling the presidential election so as to restore the integrity of the electoral process in Nigeria. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.